Hey everybody, this is Thunder. Making a quick video here, particularly for the members of Emergence, formerly known as Campfire Council. A lot of shit happening right now, and some of the stuff that's happening is, and I've talked about this, I've posted on the Emergence board, that Google Plus might be discontinued. I don't know if that's going to affect all the communities that are under that umbrella of Google Plus. I think it's a bad idea. Maybe one of the reasons they're doing it is because they can't really censor, they can't really go into communities and censor them. I don't know. Maybe they're losing money. Basically, it's just another sign of things collapsing, and maybe a sign of the increased intensity of the censorship situation that's going on. So I would recommend that everybody on Emergence, also known as Campfire Council, I would suggest that everybody exchange and post their emails, and that way I can always contact you and make sure that you get any new updates or information. Times are perilous. The stock market crashed. Well, it didn't crash, but it came close to going belly up yesterday. It dropped 800 points. People have been talking about this for a long time. I've been talking about it for a long time. It's way overdue. And if it happens, it's going to be a horrific situation. So, and with the situation the way it is now, possibly with the deep state and the Hillary cabal, the liberals. See, you can't even apply terms anymore because the Democratic Party used to be something completely different than it is now. It's been taken over by far left propagandists, communists, Marxists, New World Order people, people that want to destroy the Constitution of the United States. And I have no idea if Trump is going to appear to be some kind of person that can straighten this situation out. Because there's a lot of mixed signals with Trump. I certainly don't look at him as any kind of savior. So I'm basically saying that it's every man for themselves. There's a lot of violence, and you just saw what happened with the Kavanaugh thing. Completely out of control, out of fucking control. People are flipping out. Who knows? Maybe something's happening on a planetary level in the cosmos. I kind of get a feeling, excuse me, that there's something going on with that, especially after that raid on the observatory in New Mexico. They say it was for child porn. No, they don't fly Black Hawk helicopters in for something like that. The FBI is just a bunch of liars. They're our worst enemies. The deep state, the intelligence community, they're all in it together. So I would recommend people in the council or Emergence, I would recommend that you post your Gmail or your Yahoo mail or whatever you got, and I'll take note of it and copy it down. Maybe this won't happen at all. Maybe they'll. This is a rumor. It hasn't been verified, but it comes from a good source. Maybe they'll just discontinue certain parts of Google Plus and keep the communities. I don't know. It also might be a good idea if any of you out there has any ideas about another platform that has like communities or whatever. I can always go there and start a new one, but I'm not aware of any right now. And what I am aware of is that they're clamping down on the internet. Now, Facebook is definitely not not an alternative if that's what you're going to suggest, because they're Nazis and they're the worst of the crew. And the reason that I liked Google Communities is it was somewhat safe as far as censorship or people spying on you. And even lately, I have had new people want to join that looked iffy. So it's getting to be a kind of world where you really got to watch your ass, okay? And you're going to be branded. There's so many labels they're putting on people now. And there's so much censorship going on. And whoever comes out top, if the globalists, if the communists, I never thought I'd be saying this, actually. I never thought I'd be saying, we got communism and Marxism and... most people don't even know what it is, but yet they'll take that side. They'll take that tack. People like Antifa and women's rights groups and Black Lives Matter, they're all being co-opted by people like Soros and the Hillary cabal and others that are on that same wavelength, that same frequency. And again, like I said, I don't know if Trump can save our ass from this by... they seem to hate him, okay? And yet he does things that are far-fetched and seems to be like basically the same old story. Things with Syria, things with China, things with Russia... doesn't seem like anything's changed unless it's all a big act by his part to throw off the deep state. I don't know. But like some people say, what other hope do we have as far as anybody in office? Never liked politics anyway. Thought it was all a crock of shit. A bunch of liars. Lawyers, liars. So anyway... and then somebody else. Okay, so I want to address something else because somebody, I recently read a post. I think it was by Matt or somebody. And I kind of missed it, asking about this presidential alert system that came on everybody's phone. Well, I don't look at that as anything other than... well, it could be one of two things. If Trump's a good guy, he's getting ready to make some kind of announcement. He might. There's rumors that if he is a good guy and he's going to arrest Hillary and the whole crew, that he's going to have to declare some type of martial law. Maybe not full martial law, but some type. And if he does that, he's going to have to let everybody know in the country what the hell's going on. And so he's set up a deal where he can contact everybody in the country via their cell phone, okay? That's one explanation. And there's people that are into this side of the story, like the health ranger... what's his name? Mike, I forget his last name. Some people think that there's going to be military tribunals and that there's going to be arrests of traitorous people that are trying to overthrow the government. And the people that are on the Mueller investigation thing and the FBI and the bad the bad part of the deep state, excuse me, that's all going to be exposed, supposedly, and this is a theory. And Trump's going to have to, at some point, take over with executive powers, which is totally legal, which is probably what he should do. Don't know if he will, though. Take over the country and administer justice to these traitorous people that are trying to overthrow the Constitution of the United States and the duly elected president. And if he does that, well, then he will have to alert everybody. He will have to have everybody's ear so that he can explain what the hell's going on. Because you can't trust any media sources. So he went direct to wireless, which is a good idea. Now, it might not be that at all. It could be the other thing I see is they know that something's coming. They know that there's going to be some kind of an emergency situation. Let's say like a financial collapse. Could be any number of things. Hell, it could be as far out as they found something coming in from outer space. That's why they co-opted and took over that observatory, the FBI. Could be anything, okay? It could be power grid failures, whatever, okay? And so that will be their way of trying to subdue mass panic or trying to cause mass panic. I don't know. One of the two things. But at any rate, it was done by FEMA, and so it was either organized and probably Trump commanded them to do this, or it's hard to tell, people, but it is it's out of the norm. Okay, let's put it that way. It's out of the norm, and anything out of the norm like that, I mean, when every cell phone in the United States rings and it says presidential alert, it's something to take notice of. Okay, so I want to keep this fairly short. I haven't done a video in a while, and see, I might not even be doing videos, because if they shut down Google Plus, I mean, that was the main way to distribute videos from YouTube. So I have no idea, even if I'll be doing videos. How do you distribute videos if you don't have Google Plus and all your circles? And it ain't gonna happen. They're really clamping down on communications, and the first thing in a war, whenever an enemy goes like into another country, you know what they do? They take over the radio stations, television stations, all the media, so that the people can organize, and basically they take control of the media, and they take over the country, okay, and they give out all the information that they want to give out, not the information that you might need to hear, okay. So yeah, and I'm sorry about the lighting here, but it's early in the morning in the desert, and it's kind of weird, the sun coming through the window at a certain angle, so apologize for the lighting. Yeah, so I think that's about it. Again, there's a friend of mine, not a friend, but somebody I watch, that says prep, pray, and stay out of the way of harm. That's all you can do. I think times are getting dicey. That's why I renamed Campfire Council Emergence, because I feel like in the prophecy, the Hopi prophecy, that there is going to be an emergence into some kind of new situation, a fifth world. Could it be happening now? Well, boy, we've sure been around long enough and waiting long enough. Not sure I really want to see chaos, though. I'm not sure. So what everybody should be is, in the way of preparation, you should be prepared. And that means having, every time you go to the supermarket, get $10 worth of extra or $5 worth extra of canned goods or beans, pinto beans, rice. Stock up on food, people. Stock up on ammunition and firearms. You want to be able to protect your family if there's chaos. You want to be able to fight off invaders, looters, gangs, all the bad people that are going to come out of the woodworks if there's food shortages. Plain and simple, you need to defend yourself, and you need to be good at it. And you need not to be afraid to put one right between their eyes if they come looking for you or your family. The other thing is have some kind of backup preparation for if the electricity goes down. Store plenty of fucking water. That's probably one of the most important things. You can live without food, but you can't live without water. So have plenty of water, and have plenty of water purification tablets. And be mentally prepared, okay, for anything. I don't want to seem like a doomsday guy, but I need to cover this stuff anyway in case something comes up tomorrow and they say, oh, the Campfire Council or Google Plus is down and we're discontinuing and you have 48 hours or whatever. Don't know. I hope the rumors are somewhat subdued. Maybe I'm hoping that Google Plus keeps the Google communities, and I don't know. Don't know what they're going to do, because these people are batshit crazy. They could pull anything at any minute, and everything is unstable. So anyway, Natalie and I send peace and love to you all, and smoke and prayers to all members of the council and Emergence and community at large. So I'll just leave it there, and till next time, adios. Take care, and pray, and stay out of the way.